Andy Robertson looks like a happy man, but you know what? I have a bone to pick with Andy Robertson. As Fog Football welcomes you to Scotland versus Poland match preview. Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, we all need a break from club football. Definitely all of us. Definitely not just me and a few other people that think like me. But yeah, in all seriousness, I welcome this international break. I mean, I think it's a double edged sword. Part of me wants just to get straight back into club football and, you know, attempt something. But part of me needed this break, and you know what? I welcome it. I definitely, shitly welcome this break. But Poland, right? We've got Poland, Croatia, and Portugal in our wee group here. And if I'm being honest about it, troops, it's not that. You know, you could have got a much harder like League A group here in the Nations League. And if we don't get relegated, we remain a pot one, pot two team, which is absolutely crucial, by the way, to get into the World Cup. You know, Poland and Croatia aren't what they used to be, right? They're not. I think we should be aiming. We should be aiming to not get relegated, right? Obviously, Portugal are a very good side, but at Hampden, you know, aim for a draw. Why not? Right? There's a few players been dropped out the team, obviously. You know, retirements, etc. People just getting injured. But Andy Robertson said something that actually pissed me off. He says, "We want to feel the love again. The squad must perform." And he says the Euros was the first time in a long while that there's been negativity around the team. Absolutely ridiculous, by the way, they come out and suggest that, because look at the run of form we were in prior to the Euros. It's absolutely abysmal. You know, there was negativity before the Euros. We were all sitting there saying we look awful. And then, oh, but we'll step her up for the Euros. Did that really happen? Did that come to fruition? Absolutely not. He says the summer was a low for all of us, but we have to move on from it. We have to be positive. Otherwise, it's pointless being here. We have to believe. If we do that, we know our fans will come with us as well. So, for me, I just don't understand Andy Robertson trying to lie and pretend to us that everything's all right. It's not. But before we move into more about Scotland, Poland, they're looking for a fresh start, of course. Wojciech Szczesny, he's retired from international football. They've still got Lewin Dowski. He's back fit after suffering during the Euros, not really getting many minutes under his belt in there. Of course, Poland did scrape into Germany with a penalty shootout victory over Wales in Cardiff. But I tell you what, they lost to group winners Albania and minnows Moldova. Poland are not a good team. This is the easiest game of the group tonight. Make no mistake about it. And if we do not win, right, or at the very least pick up a draw, we are not doing anything. And I think Clark should be getting. I think Clark should have already had his marching orders, right? Make no mistake about it. He should have. But he's here. You know, he snuck out the back door and returned home and just, you know, tried to pretend that the Euros didn't happen, which is just utterly bizarre. Now, in terms of team news, Che Adams picked up a knock in a Torino match, so he's not travelled. Forrest and Greg Taylor both sent home after being assessed by Scotland medics. John McCracken was called into the squad after McCrory withdrew injured. Ben Doak, Ryan Gold, and Max Johnston are still in the squad. Cal McGregor, of course, is retired from international duty. Kieran Tierney is still recovering from the injury during the draw. There's no place for Armstrong, Cooper, Hendry, Kelly, or McCrory, who all went to Germany this summer. Lyndon Dykes returns. So when you look at it like that, I just don't really understand. Like, what has Jack Hendry done not to get called back into this squad? Just weird, you know. I mean, as for McCrory and Kelly, I mean, McCrory, Ross, no real surprise there. Ross McCrory, that is not Robbie, and then Liam Kelly. He's went to Rangers and he's getting 9 minutes, but we'll pick our team, right? It's going to quite obviously still be five at the back, isn't it? So let's just do a 4-3-3. In nets, it's going to be Angus Gunn. It doesn't matter what case I put forward trying to put Angus, Sander Clark in. Then our three centre backs, right? I'm going to put in Scott McKenna, Grant Hanley, and Ryan Porteous. I just see no point not putting Ryan Porteous in. Then on the left hand side of this team, who am I going to put in? It's going to be Andy Robertson. So put in Andy Robertson. Then into our midfield, I'm going to put Billy Gilmore and John McGinn with Scott McTominay. On the right, we are going to play right back. I'd play Max Johnson. Then our two up top, honestly, it would be Lyndon Dykes and Ben Doak. That's who I would put in. I love Lawrence Shankland. Everyone knows I wanted him in the team, wanted him in the Euros, I wanted him at Rangers. But not even me can sit here and turn around and say that Lawrence Shankland should be starting for Scotland right now. The guy it's been absolutely abysmal this season. So's every player that's played for Hearts. So, I'm not going to pretend it's just him, but Clark's just weird. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw fucking Shankland in. Shankland's in the worst form of his Hearts career by a mile right now. But here, I'm intrigued for the starting 11 tonight, but overall, I think Kings are still down in the camp. Still down in the camp.